one, go.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast with me, Luke, and Casey. This is episode 3. We're going to be talking about a couple things, talking about drugs, their effects throughout history, and the future of them. It's going to be drugs today. Everybody say hi.
What's up?
Hey, did you have any
So,
specific
Alright.
drugs in mind there, Matt?
depends, man. But the ones that really, I think, are the most effective well, first of all, the ones that have affected history the most, in my opinion, are 100% the psychedelics,
Well,
right?
yeah.
The psychedelics. I think that a lot of the religious texts of the world are heavily influenced by psychedelic drugs.
How so?
Have you read them?
Well, just explain your reasoning.
Only someone on psychedelics come up with this shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the shit, like there's no basis in reality. Listen, man, I've done psychedelics, right? Acid, I've done shrooms, right? Before the Navy, of course, disclaimer. And the stuff that you experience on psychedelic drugs, especially at the higher doses, like, once we're talking, you're getting into like 400 micrograms of LSD or like 5 or 6 grams of shrooms. You're experiencing another world, and it's so real that you you can't distinguish it from reality. To you, it is reality, right? It's not fake. It's a real experiencing it. You feel things, you smell things, you touch things, you see things. I remember the first time I ever did any drug, right? I did 4 tabs of acid. I had 400 micrograms of LSD, right? I wouldn't
Kind of a
recommend it.
lot.
It's a shit ton, bro.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend it. I got this twitch now, but so I did this. All right, I was chilling, having a good time. I didn't know that this shit took 2 hours to take effect. I looked it up, but I was dumb and I was like, I'll be fine. I don't want to be a pussy, right? I'll just take a bunch. So I took a bunch, and it brought me to another world, man. Now, I'm not gonna claim it to be like the DMT world that all these guys claim that is absolutely a different reality, but it's like being in a different reality. It's like being pulled out of your body, uh, and into a different dimension. Um, in the same way, a lot of people don't do drugs, don't really understand it. Like they think it's like alcohol, right? But if you do a psychedelic drug, it is hundreds of times more powerful than any alcohol could ever be. Because when you're doing alcohol, your brain's still there. Are you doing dumb shit? Yeah, you're doing dumb shit, but like you're still aware of what's going on. When you're doing acid, it's an experience so powerful that you wonder to yourself, how the fuck do people do this for fun?
So wait, okay, so I get what you're saying. How do you think it ties into like or influences world events though?
World events of the past. Well, I think it influences world events of the past because of how it's influenced religion, right? So, in my opinion, drugs influence religious views influence world events. I think that a lot of the religious texts come from drugs, right? You look at like for example, there's this theory that Moses, when he went to the burning bush, right? Supposedly, if it ever even happens, the burning bush could have been the acacia tree, and the acacia tree just so happens it's a very prominent tree in a lot of secret societies today. Um, and it just so happens to be the one tree in the world which has the highest concentration of DMT inside of it. And if you mix it with I think it's an MHO8 inhibitor, MHO something inhibitor, and you drink it, that's how you make ayahuasca, and you have a DMT trip. But that's like an 8-hour trip. That's not like when you smoke it. When you smoke the extract, it's a lot more powerful, but less. It doesn't take as long. But during this trip, you're seeing some wild ass shit. You're seeing scorpions with lions' heads. You're seeing a lot of people. If you talk to anybody who does DMT, they'll tell you that they see things that are covered in eyeballs. And if you look at DMT art, a lot of times you'll get things that are covered in eyeballs when people are first coming up. on the trip.
DMT.
And if you look at, for example, in the book of Revelations, all right, chapter, I don't know, it's like the middle, it's like chapter 10 or something, right? John the Revelator, he looks at the heaven and he sees 4 beasts and they're singing to God. They sing God's praises and they never stop. And he says that each of them had wings that were covered in eyeballs, and like they had just weird distortions of their body, like the head of a lion and the body of a bear, just some random shit like that. But that's the kind of shit that if you talk to someone who does DMT, they're gonna see, or someone who does LSD. Like I remember the first time I did LSD, I understood 100% how you could come up with that shit. Like it made it made complete sense to me. And like I could totally see how they thought that was real. The like whoever the author of that was, whether it was John or not, because we have no clue. Like I definitely understand where the fuck it came from, because that shit is so immensely powerful that when you do it, you think to yourself, how does anyone do this for fun? It's like the afterlife. I remember when I was on LSD, man, like just to put the power of LSD into perspective. When I was on LSD, man, uh I had zero tolerance. I'd never done any drug besides alcohol. And oh shit, where was I going with this? Fuck. So,
So
it's just
okay,
really powerful, man. It's fucking crazy, bro. The shit is insane. I'm sure I'm gonna remember what I said
so
later,
if it's
but yeah.
so crazy that you have to ask yourself, why do people do this for fun? Then why do a lot of people keep doing it?
I don't know, man. Like, but what I've experienced, right? What I've seen is people. I just have a bad head for drugs. I guess I have a lot of anxiety, and when I do drugs, that shit gets exasperated 100 times, man. Like I thought I was gonna have a heart attack when I was on LSD, man. Like and the biggest anxiety attack I've ever had in my life times 100. And it lasted for like 8 hours. It was not fun. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It felt like I was burning in hell. It felt like I was in hell, and that I experienced it as reality. I felt physical pain. I felt but it wasn't like a fire pain. It was like just an incredible discomfort. Um and there was no way out. You can't fall asleep on acid. And you have to let it run its course. That's the only way to let it run to get rid of it. In the same way that it makes you hallucinate sights and sounds and all that bullshit, it also makes you hallucinate your other senses, like time. There are moments of eternity where it feels like there's no time passing by, and it also hallucinates. This is the big one. It hallucinates your emotions, right, or your fears. Your amygdala's going fucking crazy. So that's why I had so much anxiety, even though I was just fucking chilling in my room, like going crazy. Like I was having a crazy panic attack because it was hallucinating crazy panic in my head for no reason. Now, it probably didn't help that like the guy that was with me was like his face morphed into a zombie, and like that wasn't very fun. But uh, yeah, man, the shit's crazy, and you could totally make a religion out of that shit. Has ever done drugs?
Not
N-
LSD.
No, I haven't. So, hmm. So I'm trying to look at like how LSD like physically does what it does. um, and it seems like it's not like super well understood.
No. I mean, it's one of those
Yeah,
things
man.
where it was illegal, so no one wanted to do tests and stuff.
Right, except for the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking government. I actually, because when you do psychedelics, it's all about your set and your setting. How's your mindset, and how are you comfortable? Are you actually truly comfortable where you are and with the people you're with? Because any feelings that you have are gonna get exasperated beyond your control for fucking 8 to 12 hours. Not a good time if you just broke up with your girlfriend or something. But god damn it, I lost my train of thought again. That's okay. Oh yeah. Fuck. Can't remember what I was gonna say.
You're having
To be
a
all
lot of
the
issues
LSD
today,
used.
huh?
So
Yeah, man.
with the experience, like with that experience, do you think that like LSD should be legal or like DMT or whatever?
Oh yeah, I think they should all be legal. I don't think the government should have a say over what you do with your own conscience.
But then there would be no need for a government at all, pretty much.
There be no what?
There would be no need for a government then.
Tell me what I can do in my own consciousness.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, well, if I kill somebody, that's not my own consciousness anymore. That's I killed somebody. That's someone else's consciousness too. So no, that's a whole different argument. But as far as me in my own home, if I want to fucking dive into the deep realms of speaking to aliens and burning in hell or heaven for 8 to 12 hours, like I should have all the right to fucking do that. That's my opinion on it. I think most drugs should be legalized or at least decriminalized.
So, what are the drugs you don't think should be decriminalized? Or yeah,
Methamphetamine,
that's it.
crack cocaine.
Mm.
Well, like you got to look at the addictiveness of those drugs. People don't understand. A lot of people don't really understand addiction. Like when you have sex, right? It releases like when you bust a nut, it releases like 200 units of dopamine, we'll say, right? And these are legitimate statistics. Like, let me pull up a source while I'm fucking doing this. But 200 units of dopamine, right? Heroin is like 400 units of dopamine, right? Twice as good as the best sex you'll ever have. Right. So when your brain feels that, think about how much you want to like talk to girls and shit. Why? Because you want to fucking sex with them. Right. It's your brain being like, hey, that's a cool thing. Let's get some more of it. Right. So you talk to girls, you work out, you do all this work just to try to have sex again. And sometimes you're not even successful. With heroin, it's twice that. So that's why it's so easy to get addicted. But you look at something like methamphetamine, which I mentioned, which is like arguably the most addictive drug. That's 1,500 units of dopamine. It's like the pinnacle of human experience is being on methamphetamine. And that's why it's so incredibly addictive. That's why they say don't do meth even once. You could, not advocating for this, okay, but you could do heroin one time and not get addicted. Most heroin addicts are people who got addicted off of opiates over time, and then the opiate supply ran out. So where do they go? They went to heroin. But so that's why I personally, but mushrooms, magic mushrooms, first of all, they're fucking fungus. So you don't even do anything. They just grow on the ground. They grow on cow shit. And you know what I'm saying? They're completely harmless. They have no LD50, meaning that they have no lethal dose 50%. So we don't know what the toxic dose for them is because it's never been reached. So you can't accidentally overdose on them, where people accidentally overdose on heroin all the fucking time. How many people have died from our fucking school so far from heroin? Just Dolan? Or is anybody else?
I have no idea.
I feel like there was a few more.
Oh wait, it's two, because that Cole dude died too.
I don't remember.
Regardless, incredibly addictive drugs. For a legalization, I don't oppose it, but not it.
Yeah,
For,
maybe like
for illegalizing it.
so you think they should be legalized though?
I think that shrooms, LSD, should be legalized. Because not only do you have the problems of people going to jail for some recreational bullshit, right? But especially with cocaine, if it's legalized, I'm probably gonna pay more for it. But at least I know that the stuff I'm getting is good cocaine. There's nothing in it, right? It's not cut with any bullshit.
Right.
There's no fentanyl in it. I mean, look at Mac Miller, man. Mac Miller, fucking multi-millionaire, fucking platinum artist. I'm pretty sure he's got some platinum songs. I don't fucking know. He's a good artist, right? This dude died of a cocaine overdose. Like, even his plug got shitty cocaine with fucking fentanyl in it. So he didn't overdose on cocaine. He overdosed on the fentanyl in the cocaine, which is an incredibly potent opiate. So, like, if you legalize that, then you don't have that fucking problem anymore. Like, people, will they overdose on cocaine? Yeah. Do people overdose on alcohol? Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. But with a little bit of education and making sure that people are getting the right shit, you shouldn't run into that problem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know Mac Miller was dead, so I was just googling that.
Oh,
Yeah, he's dead, man.
I didn't know that either, actually.
Huh. Wait, when did?
Yeah, he just came out with an album though.
Makes sense.
His family dropped it. It's a good album. Listen to that song, Good News. It's a good song. But yeah, man.
So it would definitely be something once you decriminalize the drugs, yeah, I can definitely see it being safer once it's actually out on the streets, kind of thing. Just because people actually understand what it's doing. So
Yeah, and I mean,
um,
like, if you legalize it, then you can regulate it, make money off of it, and provide like a safer product for people who are gonna find a way to use it anyway.
and those that
That's how I
overdose
see it.
and those that overdose, well, that's just natural selection.
Jesus Christ. There's you can look up statistics of like in countries where those drugs are illegalized. Hey, Casey, pull that up.
Which one?
There, I got it. It's in one of the Nordic countries. Let's see, Nordic countries drug overdose.
According to Wikipedia. Known as land of drugs. Colombia?
So in what
It's
else?
not a Nordic country, bud.
That's not what I'm talking about. I would doubt that a Nordic country would
But
be the only ones that would decriminalize drugs.
I think it's is it Sweden?
It might be Sweden.
Oh yeah. Oh, never mind.
What'd you find?
Well, so I googled it. I pulled up this link, and the first words are cocaine, ecstasy, and cannabis. And I was like, oh okay. And then it says are rarely seen in streets and clubs because Sweden has a zero tolerance policy.
Bro, some of these countries, man, if you bring a little bit of weed in there, they'll fucking execute your ass.
Jesus, dude.
Believe
I
it.
think also like this is a whole different discussion, but I think legalizing, not like legalizing some of like the some drugs that are now criminal, right, would also like definitely help with like immigration problems
Without a doubt.
or
You
like
know what
just
we should do?
border problems in general.
We should legalize medical cocaine.
I'm
I
down.
know that
I
was a
like that.
thing.
That's
Let me just
I-
put
I
cocaine
need,
back into Coca-Cola.
need medicine. Yeah, dude, for real. That'd make it really fucking compete with Pepsi. But
You
yeah,
guys seen
man,
that?
like this whole drug. What
You
meme?
guys seen that meme where like the cop like pulls this dude over, and the dude goes, "Officer, it's medical," and then the cop says, "First of all, that's a hooker." I thought it
Yeah.
was-
Oh, that's another one. Hookers, bro. All right. Should they be legal?
Yikes.
Not saying
Wait,
that you partake, but should they be legal?
sorry, was it you said
Um,
hookers?
Hookers, prostitutes.
I don't know, man.
What?
I would say
What's
That's
an
a,
go
argument?
ahead and make them
What's an
legal.
argument against it?
I don't
How do you
have
make
one.
them?
It just makes me uncomfortable.
I mean, I'd probably more than likely never, go out and get a prostitute for myself.
You say that, bro, but like, and I've never done this, but in the Navy, like right, like down here by San Diego,
Hmm.
Tijuana, I can see this shit from my house. It's like 10 minutes away, and they have a place down there called Hong Kong, right across the border, like a 3 minute walk from the border to get to this place, and it's tons and tons of sexy girls, and they have to be sexy to work there because it's run by the cartel, and it's $100 to have sex with them, and they have records stating that they're clean and they get clean every month, and you wear condoms and all that bullshit to make sure they're good, make sure it's a quality establishment. I've never partook because I don't want to have Eskimo bros. I don't want like 17,000 fucking fat dudes as my Eskimo bro. But like I don't know why motherfuckers would tell another grown ass man that they can't do that. If anything, I think it's a good transaction because there's no bullshit. Girl gets what she wants, which is a little bit of money. Dude gets what he wants, which is a little bit of sukala mink. You know, I think it's a quality back.
Yay.
Talking about whatever the fuck it is we're talking about, man. Hey, I tell you guys, I quit. I stopped doing the vegan thing.
Really?
I'm a little surprised.
Well, you know, I've been following like a lot of vegan like YouTubers and shit just to see what they do, and they have a lot of good tactics and shit. But I noticed one thing with a lot of them is depression,
Yeah, I mean, if you
and maybe
you
there's
can't eat tasty food.
Yeah.
that might be one of them. But bro, and I noticed that when I was doing it, I was starting to get depressed, and I was just really tired, a lot. Like I would come home from work, and I would like need a nap, like as if I had been up for like hours and hours.
It's just
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
just
only
side
did
effects of
vegetarian for a
becoming an
while, but I
adult.
noticed that a lot.
Yeah, man.
Like
But
I would,
if I had meat, I'm good. I'm chilling.
I don't know.
Plus, meat just tastes so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So
Like
are you
I
like
try to eat vegetarian probably like 8 out of 10 meals, but when I'm gonna eat meat, I just eat so much meat. It's so good.
what's
Like
your
so
guys' like
I had bacon this
favorite meat?
morning. Oh my god.
Yes, I went to Denny's with some Filipinos.
Control the Navy.
Yeah, man. Controlling that motherfucker. I'm in the Masons. I'm in the Filipino Mafia. I'm the only white boy. I'm the only white boy in the Filipino Mafia.
So you're their bitch.
Putangina mo. Putangina mo. Sip-sipan mo titi ko. Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. You don't know what that means.
I don't really care.
Yeah, you would if you were in the Navy, though. But you aren't.
Okay.
It's probably a good thing. I wouldn't recommend it.
Spending on life isn't that special either.
It's much better than this, bro. Well, maybe not right now, but when I get out, it's gonna be better than this. Well, maybe not then, but after I get through my whatever fucking shit I plan to do, then it'll be good.
Luke, are you still planning on going or trying to go to the Marines?
Yeah.
When you doing that?
After I graduate next year,
How certain is that?
it's like pretty certain.
Really?
It's like pretty like I have like good grades and like good standing, so like there's no reason I wouldn't get Marine Corps unless I get drafted for submarine.
Is that a
I'm
thing?
assuming you're doing like some kind of work path or job path or something.
Not really, no. I got my Marine Corps martial arts tan belt though, so I think that'll do.
Ooh. Dude, watch out, Casey. He'll fuck us up.
Yeah, you better watch out.
You know, I was actually thinking that the other day. Like, I really need to start getting back into like Taekwondo or something.
Bro, do jujitsu, man. It's way
Yeah.
better than Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Or judo.
My
Or
friend-
judo.
friend-
Jujitsu's better. Judo's great with jujitsu, but
My friend was doing or has started doing like Krav Maga.
That
It's actually
works.
kind of scary, and he's like a dork.
Yeah, well, bro, these jujitsu guys, man, they're just a bunch of fucking nerds, man. Who are like,
Aren't you a jiu-jitsu guy?
I wouldn't consider myself an active jujitsu guy. I kind of fell off ever since I started taking Accutane because my bones hurt like hell. Um, but like the guys that do
that was
this,
the
man.
Not a
nerdiest
good
thing you've ever
thing.
said.
What?
Right, that sentence. I had just,
What,
I
bro?
kind of fell off because I started taking Accutane and my bones hurt.
Why you gotta hate, bro? My bones hurt. This shit fucking hurts, dog. I feel like an old man.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, no, fuck milk. I still don't drink milk. But
Why?
honest, bro, why would you drink fucking cow titty juice? Like, you're a fucking human, bro. That shit's for growing cows. You know how much mammalian estrogen is in milk?
That's a
Estrogen.
mammalian.
Animals, meaning that your
No,
body
you know what
uses
it means. I'm just surprised you used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, compared to phytoestrogen, which is in soy, which your body really can't use, and that's coming from Harvard. Always cite that Harvard source, right? Because everybody knows what Harvard is. But yeah, man, like a lot of people with gynecomastia, they drink a lot of milk. Gynecomastia is man tits, for those who don't know.
Yep.
Or they use steroids.
We have talked about so many subjects already. Jesus.
No, man. All
Well, I mean, we don't really have to talk because
No.
we all kind of are on the same.
except y'all have never done them, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I would recommend doing shrooms. Shrooms are a fucking a life-changing experience.
So, is the experience from shroom? Wait, okay. Maybe I'm getting this confused. The experience from shrooms versus LSD, are they different or the same?
They're so different. They're
Okay.
so different. But
can happen.
shrooms is a much more feminine, slow moving experience. First of all, shrooms takes
Why
half
is
as
it?
long as acid.
Why is it feminine?
I say feminine because, like, if you think as of the drug as a sentient being, LSD would be like an annoying jackass dude who won't shut the fuck up, and shrooms would be like a very large black woman who just hugs you tighter and tighter and tighter until it starts to become a lot to bear, and you got to deal with it. I mean, that sounds really fucking weird to someone who's never done them, but if you've done them, you'd understand what I'm saying. But no, LSD, man, it speeds up your brain like crazy. Your brain's going like every fucking which way. Like every sense that you have is in fucking overdrive. You can sense everything. Your peripheral vision, man, and this is the shit that fucked me up when I was on LSD. Your peripheral vision, you can see all of it and consume all of it at once, and it for me, it over fucking stimulates me like crazy, and it sucks. It's the most uncomfortable thing I have ever experienced. Um, and like every nerve ending, you can feel like every single nerve ending and every muscle, you can feel everything, you can hear everything, nothing gets blocked out. You know how your brain blocks shit out, like your nose, like, you know how now that I fucking said it, you're looking at your nose, bitch, haha, got your ass, right?
I'm not looking at my
But
nose.
before
You didn't get me.
well,
I thought you were gonna say
you
we
got a
could
big
smell something.
shut up, Luke, you have a big nose, of course you're looking at it. But you know how your brain blocks out your nose, right?
Yeah.
When you're on LSD, that kind of shit doesn't happen. You're absorbing everything, and your brain is taking all your senses and it's converting them into random shit. So like, I remember like if you hear like I was walking by a TV that was on, and I heard a bunch of fire trucks, and the disc is going da, 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 da. And I looked at my buddy. I was like, "Do you hear fire trucks?" He's like, "Bro, I don't know what you're talking about." And that was just on the come up. You know, not to mention all the fucking crazy shit I saw. Like, I remember, bro, and this is 100% true. There were goblins. There were little black goblins popping in and out of existence. They would pop in existence. They would leap forward to whatever is in front of them, and then they would pop out of existence. And I really, really needed to take a piss. So I got up, and I'm fucking disoriented and shit, but I'm trying to get to the bathroom, and I start pissing. As I'm walking out of the bathroom, I turn around, and one of those goblins pops up behind me, grabs me in the ass, and bites my ass hard as hell. And I'm telling you, bro, that shit hurt like fucking hell. It felt like I got bit by a goddamn pit bull. And I jumped up and said, "Ah!" And I felt my ass, and it's still fucking tingled from that shit. But I look back, I looked at it, and there was no bite mark or anything. That's
So now
LSD.
Alex Jones
LSD's
makes a lot more sense now with the context of an LSD trip.
Okay, I want
Hey,
to hear
man.
about the
Yeah,
mushroom
bro.
trip now.
Mushroom trip is a lot more mellow. With mushrooms, you absorb into your surroundings. You start to lose your sense of self. You know, you start focusing like less and less on your own senses. Um, and you start to dive deep into your mind. Like, you'll look at like, I remember looking at trees and just thinking about how little the tree gives a fuck about anything I do. You know, here's a good thing that I took away from psychedelics, right? People care so much about what goes on right now. They care so much about what goes on in their little town, in their little family or unit, or whatever the fuck they're doing in this little planet, bro. Everything else in the universe, 99.9 times 100% of the universe does not give a fuck about you, doesn't even know you exist, right? That's how insignificant we are. And yet people still take shit so seriously as if it's the end of all sentient life. I took that away from shrooms, but with shrooms you'll think about stuff really, really deep.
I mean, if you
with
interesting.
shrooms, if you close your eyes in the dark in shrooms, or you're just in a pitch black room, it'll start to take you places. Like, it'll start to fly you around the different places. Like, there were these worms. This is gonna sound funny. There were these worms. They're flying
Everything else has been
worms.
so serious.
These flying worms were flying me all around my fucking consciousness, bro. I was thinking about shit, memories that I didn't even know I had. Thinking about ex-girlfriends. Thinking about like school. You know that book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. You remember that book
Yeah.
from like
Yeah.
first grade? Yeah, bro. I haven't thought about that book in like 10 fucking years. Okay, I didn't even know I still knew it. Okay, but that shit fucking came up. Like it was just, and these worms were just celebrating. And I don't know what the fuck they were celebrating, bro, but they were celebrating something. So I was like, shit, I'll celebrate with them, bro. And then yeah, a bunch of other weird shit happened. You started hearing like your fucking your ears make music. You know what? You know what? Here's a good one. Here's a good thing, right? When you're doing psychedelics, your brain is making shit, and like before you even realize what it's made, it's already made it. Like like you hear something and you're like, did I really hear that or am I just tripping? And then after you fucking say that, you realize that I actually heard that, even though you didn't hear it. It kind of it's a pretty hard phenomenon to describe, dude. But it's like another existence, like one you can't even fathom unless you're on the drug.
Dude, I'm looking at these LSD art or DMT art.
Yeah,
I like it. I need to get a poster for my room.
I like it.
yeah, bro.
It's like
it's
half
my
terrifying, half really interesting.
it's my phone background, bro.
There are a lot of eyeballs.
See, lots of eyeballs, lots of geometric patterns. Your brain is, your brain recognizes patterns. So if you overstimulate the neurons, they make a fuck ton of patterns.
I'm guessing that's all you see during the entire trip. Matt,
But
I'm guessing LSD art is the only thing you see during the entire trip.
LSD? Oh, these pictures?
Yeah. Like
Oh
something like
no, LSD. With LSD, you still know you're in the room. It's just you're in a different existence in the room. Like the way my buddy describes DMT, because he does it a lot. And I'll have him on sometime. But he always says that like when he's on a DMT trip, he doesn't even know that he exists on Earth. Like he comes back to Earth and he thought that he existed a whole life in this fucking DMT world and totally forgot about Earth. Kind of like when you're in a dream and you wake up from a dream and you thought the dream was real and you snap back to reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LSD and shrooms, you know that you're here. It's just the existence is really, really weird. With shrooms, that shit will talk to you. Shit will fucking telepathically communicate with you. Posters, trees, stars. Like, you know what it's saying. And it's fucking talking to you, man. It's saying shit that you're not coming up with. Like, it's like another sentient being making up its own words. Now, do the words just happen to be some shit that you would say? Probably, because it's your own brain. But, it's weird, man. The experience. And I'm just a beginner drug user.
So, if you smoke DMT, it doesn't last very long.
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
Yeah. I'm too scared to do it, though.
Yeah, I mean, pretty spooky.
Yeah, dude. How
DMT switches the brain's reality channel.
Reality.
I feel it's really weird with the amount of stuff we understand now about like all kinds of drugs that like psychedelics are still so
misunderstood.
Like poorly understood.
Yeah, man, I agree, man. Wild shit.
There's a lot of things we could learn if we legalize stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, we should be legalizing a bunch of shit, bro. You can get fucking arrested for collecting too much rainwater.
What?
In California?
Any state.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a federal statute.
I understand it, but I still think it's dumb.
Wait, is it like in a certain time period, or if I just have a barrel that keeps filling up, am I gonna get screwed?
Something along the lines of the barrel. I'm not exactly sure what the law is, but I know that they can tell you
to like a garden watering system.
Oh no, man! You better have the proper permits. It's like the government selling you back your rights, Sell them back to you. Who do you think's gonna win the election?
Jesus Christ! What was that? Oh my! I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
When
Like,
it,
like I said earlier, I haven't really been paying attention. I need to do a little research.
What are you talking about, man?
The election.
Oh, what were you talking about, Luke? You got to describe it to the listener.
what the noises you just made?
Whatever it is that you just said, what was that?
Yeah, I was talking about you.
Oh shit, for real.
You like sneezed and then burped, and it was the sneeze was scarier. Honestly, I thought you like had a fucking stroke or something.
That didn't even sound like a sneeze.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I guess I got coronavirus, dude. Fuck. Oh no.
Did you see Corona sales are down like
Yeah.
a shit ton
No,
Because-
can you believe that?
because people are stupid.
I
Can
think
you
I saw
believe
like
that?
38% of Americans or something won't buy Corona just because they think it's linked.
I'll take the extra stock. I love Corona. I make
Maybe-
micheladas.
You know, maybe you shouldn't buy it just because it's bad juju.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the most scientific thing you've ever said, Luke. You're onto something here.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. You know what? The Mexicans, say what you will about them, they make some damn good fucking food.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Don't even say yeah. You live up north, all right?
When
So
did
you
you
don't
come
Yo,
to
understand
this
what I'm saying.
conclusion?
When I come down, we're getting Mexican food.
Well, I'm
Probably
gonna
like-
show you. I'm gonna no. We are. I'm gonna show you the best spots. When are you coming down again? Summer?
I gotta look at my calendar. April, May, like June, end of May, beginning of June.
Okay.
Casey, what are you
should-
doing? What are you
I
doing?
should still be here.
When?
May 24th to like June something.
I don't know. Probably. Hopefully, have a job.
Well, come.
Yeah.
No, fuck your job, dude. You can have a job after June, whatever.
No, I'd like to start making money.
You can make money afterwards, bro. If you want, I know how you can make money down here really well. There's this place called Hong Kong, and they're looking for performers.
Yo,
yeah, I need to
Matt, did
start
you
working
see,
hard more for that.
here's a question. How
What?
much do you think this coronavirus is gonna like expand? Because already, like, I had my roommate. He was planning on going to Italy for spring break, going to Rome with a bunch of guys, and they had to cancel because the military is now like banning travel to Italy.
I think we're fucked, dude.
It's pretty crazy.
I think the
I bet-
boogaloo is coming.
I think
What?
the bad part about it is like we're not going to be able to cure it, and it's just gonna come back next flu season.
Yeah.
It's gonna be back again, and it's bad because you can't. It spreads so well without being detected that just everyone gets like super sick.
Well, it's
Oh,
also
lucky
only,
for
It's also only killing like elderly, pretty much.
No, yeah, like there's probably already a vaccine like made for it, but
No,
it's
that we
Sure
don't.
there was.
We don't have one.
Really?
Yeah.
well, no, I almost guarantee there is one, but it's like we don't know yet because you have to test it on people with the virus to see if it works or
Okay.
not, which could take takes like a lot of time.
There's a dog now that's infected with coronavirus.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, bro.
That's weird.
They don't fucking those damn Chinese don't chill.
It
I had
is
a girl-
actually kind of
bro.
crazy how this virus is just like jumping across like species lines. Like
I know, man.
That's pretty
even
weird.
Virus doesn't chill. Lucky for me, I just so happened to buy a bunch of shares of the fucking stock of the company that's the leading research into the vaccine. So when I get rich off of all these people's deaths, well, there's no when about it. I'm just gonna get rich about all these people's deaths, and that's all. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that, but yeah, whatever. I mean, I have an iPhone here, so I'm sure like it's probably like 6 dudes died making this, getting whipped for not working hard enough. But
I don't know. I'm not.
yeah, dude,
not
I had
really
a
surprised
girl
it's
over here
good.
once that said she used to eat dog in the Philippines.
damn.
It's just weird that like these other freaking cultures, man, they just eat shit. They just eat like random ass shit. Like that's where they hypothesized the coronavirus came from. It was from bat soup.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Chinese people eating bats in Wuhan. Bats don't even have any meat on them. Why would you eat a bat?
Probably, I imagine it's pretty crispy if you fry it.
Yeah.
It's like all
God.
skin.
Ugh. Ugh.
Would
Fuck,
remind
you're
me-
gonna make me throw up, dude.
It would remind me of like a pig ear, like that you give your dog.
Yeah,
For the
probably.
dog.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you guys about the Airbnb I stayed in last night?
Bro,
That
tell
you
me
got
about it.
really drunk.
Yeah, but it was like probably built in like 1880, 1890.
Wow.
And it was like they had like a record player, they had a phone, like a box phone on the wall, like not like one with a separate talking piece and earpiece for like both of them. And they had like all these old ass radios. We were 100% sure we were gonna get murdered in that house.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Bud. Hey, bro, Luke, what are you doing after you get out of the military, man?
I don't know. I'm gonna be a hippie. I'm gonna live in a van.
Bro, I'm gonna do some dumb shit too. Bro, I keep
Shrooms
getting
and
friend
LSD
requests
every
from all
day.
these ex-nukes. Bro, I am never doing LSD, bro. Never again. Fuck that shit.
Wait, what?
I hate LSD, bro. I hate it.
Did you miss what I said, Luke?
What?
I just said after you get out, you'll just do shrooms and LSD in your van every day.
Yeah.
Good time, bro.
I'm excited
Oh.
for the van life. I'm buying it as soon as I graduate, and then I'm gonna try to live out of it, starting like right after I graduate.
Do you remember that guy?
Y'all want to come?
Do you remember that guy
What?
Seth from high school? Probably not.
Come
No.
on, the gay one?
No, but he
Oh.
would work on a lot of like old vans like that, so it'd be perfect for you.
I'm very excited. That's the way to live, dude. Mobile.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, when I fucking get out of the military, bro, let's go cross-countrying.
All right, I'm down.
That should be actually. Damn, we might have to wait till you get out. No, you can take 30 days to leave.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, you're an officer. You can do whatever you want, but officers get their shit swept under the rug, man. Oh, like we had this officer on my ship get popped for weed, and he didn't go to mass until 2 weeks later after he popped again.
Jesus, what a fucking
Yeah.
retard, dude.
And that was in April, bro. He's still in. On shore duty. He's chilling. Like he's big chilling, getting the same fucking pay. He's still in.
Yeah, that's
Seems a
one
little
thing. Like
jealous.
I know a couple people that like I knew people down in South Carolina that would get kicked out for some reason, and they would just be like living like on like not going to school anymore, right? Just doing like I forget what it's called, the separation, like where you go hang out if you're getting separated from the Navy. And there's people that have been there for years, just like hanging out, collecting a paycheck, and doing like menial labor, but collecting like a decent paycheck, just because of all the bureaucracy it takes to get somebody kicked out.
Yep.
Well, I have no
Casey, say
contribution to
something.
the military stuff.
Tell us about why the fucking civilian life is better than the military and go.
I never said that.
See, why do you keep saying that the civilian life is better than the military life?
Also never said that.
Oh.
I don't know where this is coming from, Casey.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why you're gonna shit on this military members. I literally fight for your freedom. How many fights
You
I've
haven't
been in?
done shit. What are you talking about?
Do you know how many fights I have been in since I've joined the Navy? Like 2. All right.
Is that
And I
including
got
the
in trouble.
goblin?
The
Yeah, how
goblin.
many-
Okay.
how many-
All right. Hey, bitch. That wasn't in the Navy, motherfucker. Okay. Disclaimer. Yeah, bro. Like, and only I got in trouble for one of them. That's me fighting for your freedom. If I didn't do that, dude, you wouldn't be fucking free. You'd be living under fucking. Well, I don't know, one of the other, like 70 some free sovereign countries, but.
You know,
All right, I'm texting on Tinder.
Somehow I don't feel very safe with thinking that you're in the military.
Why? Because I text girls on Tinder.
No, because you're a retard.
not entirely retarded, just
Who
a
gets
little
their
bit.
ass bit by goblins.
Somebody who's tripping on fucking acid, you dick. Ugh. Oh man, dude, I haven't had a girl over here in like 4 months, man. I've been playing so much Call of Duty. I'm serious, bro. I haven't even tried. Shit, it's almost what, November?
It
Fucking
is
middle of
not
November,
almost November.
December. No, hold on. November. No, December. January, February. It's been like 3.5 months. Call of Duty, man. This is the best Call of Duty, without a doubt. It's been okay, but shut up because you haven't played it. You haven't fucking played it.
I have.
How much have you played?
I don't know. I played it for like the first month it came out, and then they never.
No.
Then they never nerfed that shotgun. Was it 5.79 or something?
Except they did nerf it. They nerfed the shit out of it.
It must have been after I left or stopped playing it.
It was probably shortly after you left because they nerfed it at like the beginning of December.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to get on there.
It's awesome, bro. I play it every single day. Like as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna play it.
You're not gonna message.
I have a
Tinder?
test. I'm messaging it right now, but you keep distracting me.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude. Priorities, dickhead.
Well, I think this podcast has kind of devolved into just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much,
We're all
man.
pretty tired and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I got too much
Tune in
Coronavirus
next week for
No, yeah,
tune
actually
in next week for a better podcast
Yeah, next week
where we
as well.
prepare adequately. No,
Yeah.
next Sunday, Luke. Fuck your formation, bro.
Well, okay, let's do it. Well.
Why don't we not change the time like 3 times as well?
Ooh, and not show up 15 minutes late, maybe. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch. You guys haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Well, the first week
Hey,
I was at championship.
First we go to the championship. Were you the champion?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, well, that was successful. Right. I can't hate on you, but Luke, fuck you, Luke. All right.
Whatever.
Hey, look. Next week, this time, we'll be more prepared.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
if you made it to the end of this, congratulations, because I don't think I could have made it to the end of this. I barely did.
Enough. But if you made it to the end, thank you for listening. Please give us your suggestions. We, as you can tell, need some fucking suggestions.
We need guidance.
But otherwise,
we have ideas. We didn't plan this one out that well.
Just kind of used all of them. We started this podcast.
Tell them that. Come on.
When we started this podcast, man, oh man, that was so long ago. 4 weeks ago, 2 episodes ago, we were like, yeah, man, what are we going to talk about? Oh, religion, politics, period. We've done 2 episodes. Like, this is number 3. Hey, man, that's cool, dog. What time are we at there, Casey?
40. 5.
3 minutes, huh? 45?
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Fuck it.
Good. That's good enough for me. Fuck bitches, man. Tune in next time to Catalyst Podcast. This is Luke, Casey, and Matt signing off.
Bye.
Sign off.